October 14th, 9:41 AM, Discord Core Defendant Lobby number 4. And with that I say hello everyone, and welcome back to Ace Attorney, Pheonix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. I think I said it all wrong. I think it's Pheonix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. As last time we played, we had to look for the clues on what made this a murder. And we didn't find anything that big. What we found out was, first, the one that fixed up the urn was Adrian. We found out that, well, the paint that we saw all the time was because the box like fell on the ground and like paint splurted all over it. With the urn inside that was afterwards completely broken. Ron that says he started doing heists per order, not really because he wanted to. The buzzer went off on the on the time of the murder. We have a cane slayer that knew every item that was gonna be stolen. The newspaper clipping that we saw from Look at Me, right? Still the worst name the worst name I've ever seen in my life. Hey Nick, what is it this time? You won't believe how many people are here for the trial. Well, it is a murder case. What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door. Next door? What's happening next door? Why don't you know this? They're having Detective Adme's trial today. Detective Adme? They say they're going to try him as Master Mask. Ah, but it's just a fake one. Already? That was fast. Boy, I'd love to see Master Mask's trial. Well, no one's keeping you to watch my thing, you know? If you really wanna go, you can go and tell me all about it afterwards. I know. By the way, where's Pearly? Oh, she went back home. She said you can't neglect her training anymore. Okay, good. I know you don't like me. Pearly has really gotten into her training lately, huh? What was that? Who doesn't like them? Yeah, ever since that incident last year. Please, don't ignore me. Oh, Mr. Delight. Good morning. No one likes me. No one would notice me even if I killed someone. Come on, don't be silly. Wait a second. You don't mean you're the murderer? No, I'm just a poor thief. Wait, that's not right either. A thief can't really be poor. Depends. Robin Hood was a thief, and I think it was kind of poor, right? Now let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime onwards, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the crimes. Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murderer? The murder, Nick? Also, something that I find funny, like... if that was indeed the case, right? That, like... Ron did all these 4... thieving, right? The robberies. Then that means Adme only did one. The latest one where it completely failed. So that's kind of interesting. My dog also wants to come in or not come in, I don't know. It's like blocking the pathway of the door. Come on in. But yeah, it's possible. But today's trial is a race against the clock. Huh? How come? Let's just take our time as usual. I'm afraid that's not an option. Because the trial next door is happening, and Down needs to fail for ours to succeed. Fun fact, I think. Pretty sure that's what Pheonix Wright means. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. You're ready. On preparations of the last refute of the week. Funny, like, most of the evil guys, or the opponents for Pheonix, I've been giving them the same kind of voice. I hate how I only have like 4 voices for people. Okay, then now let's settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot. Oh no, he's got the judge in the palm of his hand yet again. Rondeline is simply too young to be sent to war. That is all. Huh, but no one is going to war. I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot. Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war, but it is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. That is all my statement means. You understand now, right? No, I do not. Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case. Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what is going on for a change. The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 AM the morning of the 13th. Yeah, no, it was a head concoction. Okay. I was like wondering, like, what if he didn't die of the head concoction, but instead of like, what is it called? F something. The one where you die from like lack of oxygen, right? Because it was stuck in the safe. That was, I'm pretty sure, pretty airtight. So it could be that he was like there for like 20 hours. No one would notice. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 AM of the previous day. And that is when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Okay, well, leave it. Very well then, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial, but the first one is always the best. Whoa. Okay. Mr. Godot, your witness and your heart rate, sir. Okay then, let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Rondeline, has to say for himself. The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defendant have any objections? Maybe a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but... Already? Remember when Mia was defending me? She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. Oh, the first trial. True. I forgot about that one. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify. You've got guts, tried. Well then, Mr. Ron Delight, please take to the stand. You did it, didn't you? Yes. What? No, that's not true. For a moment there, I thought we would set the record for the shortest trial ever. Well, Mr. Delight already looks plenty guilty with the face he's making. And then once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, then why did you go to KB Security? Oh, well, that's kind of hard to say. Well, I wish I could just go home. Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened. Well, he doesn't want to say about the blackmailing now, does he? That evening, around 1 AM, I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I've been working at KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. I don't think there was any lie there, right? Right at 1 AM, the exact time the murder took place. Haha, the weak get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. It is bitter today too, just like my destiny. You never know that from the way he's chugging it down. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please. And my throat is already killing me, that's not a good thing. My visit to KB Security. That evening around 1 AM, I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. 1 AM, eh? You're absolutely sure about that? Yes, that's when my watch said that when I entered the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow, and my internal clock is also a little bit. 1 AM, that's the exact time of the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct? It is too late for a coffee date, that's for sure. The blackmail later I got, it ordered me to go there, did it? What did it say? At 1 AM, October 12th. And bring money. Then I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Whatever that one means. Wait, doesn't that mean that it was carrying either like money or it ordered you there? It was the first time I've gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. Oh, does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then? Oh, of course. They would say like some... why don't you save this for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say anymore. I didn't read what it was saying. Now, what should I do? Press harder, we gotta do that. So what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000. Money. A perfect motive for committing murder. Yeah, but wait. I never intended to pay that money anyway. Oh, is that right? After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of. An important point indeed. Winch, let's have that added to your testimony. Yes, sir. A muddy mudskipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. Why? Wasn't going to cause me any trouble or anything. But it does tell you that, like, he knows your secret. I wanna kind of do, like, a savey, as usual. Thank you. Let me see. Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? The blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, right? I'm sure it was referring to the whole master mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me. No, he didn't? Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Desi believes in me. Oh, so that's why Mr. Light didn't believe he was Master Mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threads. I've been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right. A security chief? You? And yet, a year ago you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge. A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say? That's like the second time you've already said that, but... this isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject. Sorry about that. Life after being fired. What did you do after being fired from KB Security? Spent a lot of time looking for work. But then I decided I wanted to start something myself. Okay, not good. This is going from bad to worse. So I started looking at books, TVs and movies, learning all I could about masked men. Masked men? So you wanted to try drawing a comic, right? About masked men? Oh, no, that's not it. I wanted to become... Your Honor, let's move along, shall we? But you asked a question. You've been quite odd today, is it right? Way to bring the spinning basket one notch closer to your own neck, Ace Tony. There wasn't much as a testimony. Sounds like it's wording something. At least that's what it sounds like to me. Got a bad feeling about this. But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get to the truth. So it is the last one over there. When we're over here, we're gonna ask like, why were you fired? Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well... The wall is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that. Okay, then I take it back. Nope, never did. Please answer the question. I needed money. You needed more money? Well, you see, does he love to spend it? It's kind of a hobby. Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick? My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Oh, come again? KB KB Security had a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, you stole some data and sold it. Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately. What? Why did I not know about this? I was somehow able to keep it secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own. What is it, Nick? You don't look so good. Someone who brings harm to the company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that. Hey, sure told you.
So you admit that you stole data from the company, eh?
Yes, I'm sorry.
This is a very important fact, so please add it to your testimony.
Oh man, this whole thing just took a... It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. I believe in you, the Pheonix. They fired me for selling company secrets, but Desi doesn't know about that. She doesn't. Wait. Still missing something. Why would you do something like that? Well, for Desi's hobby. What else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste. Well, Mr. Light doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she? So it would seem. I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other. Can't believe it. This case has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples.
Please try to stay focused, alright?
There wasn't anything else in these ones, right? I'm afraid that reason isn't going to hold up anymore. What do you mean? The victim has now proved the defendant was Mask the Mask, but you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier. But that was all over with once I was fired. But it is true that the fact that I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Oh yeah, the fact that like it didn't like the secret, right? Your true identity. Like it didn't know anything. Even so, there was no reason for me to pay up now, a whole year later. Is that really true? What is it, Nick? And the fact that Ron was stealing, or had stolen, company data, I wonder if he could have had a problem with that ever becoming public knowledge. I would have, because of Desi. Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public.
No, Mr. Wright. What are you trying to do by bullying your own client?
Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow. That's exactly right. Well then, feel free to creep up with the heat, my little lawyer amigo.
Little lawyer amigo?
Yes, now come on, provide some evidence to back up your assertion. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public? Well, obviously it's his girlfriend. Mr. Delight, what you just said doesn't match with what you've told me yesterday. What doesn't? I think you must have been scared. Very scared. Is it like, should I... No. Of having a certain person find out your secret.
A certain person?
Exactly. Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife.
But listen to me, my Desi, she's...
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Godot. Yes, we know, it was all your wife's fault.
What do you mean?
Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habits, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about.
Oh, now I get it.
Nope, that's not good. Everything is falling neatly into place for him.
Don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry.
I'm noticing something. Why is the voice they're making for Ron weirdly similar to the voice that Derek from Legend of Avernus? Avernus? Avantaris. Avantaris, I think it's like called. Like, is doing for Z. I don't know why I'm getting that kind of vibe now. I don't. That was not on purpose.
Well, we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
What do you think, Nick? I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just about 20 minutes.
Oh, well, clearly there was sufficient motive for murder. He sold data for his wife and he killed to protect his secret. A family man who cares just a little bit too much.
I wonder if I should give Godot like a Latino accent. The motive is clear. Let's move on. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us. We're all ears. At the CEO's office. I don't know about that one. I need to try that a bit more. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. I hate that they show us that it's like, obviously who the shadow is. Suddenly I was hit under my forehead, and after that I remember being a bit dazed. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bollard was lying there, dead.
I see. Someone suddenly hit in the forehead, eh?
I want to see something. I want to see something. Okay, I guess there's a mask, right? Like a metal mask, almost.
I believe that the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony. I said that the mask struck him from the head, on the head from behind.
Of course, since Adamy turned out to be the culprit himself, it was all a lie. No one is going to believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked. We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Got that, Mr. Wright? Don't go easy just because he's just client. If I see any sign that you are, I will treat you to another cup of my special brand. Oh, you don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. Look at those eyes. Do they look like they can commit murder? Nope. When I entered this office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Who was this suspicious shadow? There was 1,000 of me, and if there were 1,000 of me, and even if there were 1,000 of me, and if even one knew, I would tell you. Trust me. He's dodging all of our questions. He's not helping out with his case. Then how was the victim, Mr. Bollard, at the time? Oh, what do you mean by how was he? Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place. That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Forget it. Suddenly I was hit in the forehead, and after that I remember being a bit dazed. Your forehead? Yes, I was hit in the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack. Do you remember anything about who hit you? Well, like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit. So I think I was a little dazed for a while. I don't think Mr. Delight even guessed what you were asking. Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him. I don't know. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. Dad, could you please clarify what you were referring to? Why, my Master Mask costume, of course.
Whoa, wait a moment. Master Mask?
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Master Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security.
Oh, what?
Nick, did you know about this? He never told me this. I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either. I kind of was just, like, preemptively knowing about that. Even I didn't know that. It seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets. I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. Wait, that's not right. You know, sometimes things just slip your mind. My sixth cup of coffee is staring at me coldly. Then drink it fast, then it's not gonna be cold anymore.
Well, at any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
I'd have been killed if I wasn't wearing my Master Mask costume. Why were you dressed up as Master Mask? Why? Because of Master Mask, of course.
What are you talking about?
Master Mask trial is being held up next door. Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Master Mask issue. So I thought I should go as him, just to be safe. Oh boy. And let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I expected. Took a lot longer? What is he talking about? Press harder. What do you mean by it took way longer? Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught up in the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body.
What was that? Back up a second.
Yes?
You were the one that made the body in the safe?
Yeah.
Inconceivable. Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
I don't think he was. Question: when does someone lose their dirty socks in the washing machine? Isn't that one of life's mysteries, Godo?
What? Why now you completely lost me here.
The answer is simple. When they take them off.
Well, as usual, I have no idea what you're saying.
Do you mean that Mr. Delight hit the body because he's the murderer? Huh. So you're not as stupid as you look. His metaphor this time was really obscure. How did you even get that, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, did you?
Yes.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here?
Well, you're the one that's like learning this now, right? That's what this is all about.
Witness, make sure you attest to the testimony.
Yes, sir. Oh no, looks like there's another storm moving in over the fair weather judge. I panicked and hit the body in the safe. It took about 20 minutes. Wait, that's a long time. Wait. At 1 AM. Died at 1 AM. The buzzer went off at 1:02. What if I need to use the buzzer somewhere? Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway? Well, because it wouldn't fit in a drawer. That's not exactly what I meant. When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, oh, if they find this corpse, they will think I did it. I think you had a simpler reason than that. And that is because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body.
Well, that certainly makes more sense.
Hold on. 10 minutes. What is it, Nick? I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it? Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh, and Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were? That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence. Or just have to draw it out of him. Just hope it doesn't make things more complicated. I think I know what they're trying to tell me, right? It's like over here. The fact that the buzzer went off. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record?
Oh, what might that be?
The record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, a security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 AM.
What?
If Ron DeLion truly was the murderer, He would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading his way. Huh, well, let's remember who we are dealing with here. He probably had no idea that there was security personnel in the building. He's the chief. He was the chief. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them. But as it turns out, the guard never came. Well, there was nothing more than a coincidence. And the fact that the guard was a pathetic loser who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight would have known. Yeah, let's just throw Larry in the bus. Completely like that. Like, again, remember who you're dealing with here. It was a sure bet that Mr. Delight wasn't even going to notice the buzzer going off. This buzzer is extremely loud. Like, there is no way he would have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious, that is.
Conscious? What do you mean by that?
Fine, then let's hear your theory.
Sure. Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him.
Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
Unconscious? So he fainted?
That is why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that is why he thought he had time to hide the body. So what are you trying to say? Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. And that is right. Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer. And then murdered the guy.
Order in the court. Mr. Wright, this is.
Oh wait, no. They killed the guard. Well, the guard. They killed the CEO, right? And then all of a sudden it's like beep beep. The door opens up and they're like, what is this? Someone just entered. I don't know. I didn't expect this. So I punched him in the face, pressed the buzzer and ran off. Thinking like, oh, the security is gonna come up and they're gonna see, well, Master / Ron on the ground with the dead thingy. Alas, nobody came. This is preposterous. It wasn't this a kid. Ron Delight, that is the one who killed Kane Bullard. Nope. Then who pressed the buzzer? It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him and didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button. Did you read the thingy?
So Kane Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like a, give us evidence. I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzard? Yes, I can. Defendant's opinion is this, Your Honor. The piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer.
Well, what do you think, Mr.
I can hear it, the sound of a buzzer. It's gone off inside your head at this very moment. The emergency buzzer of your heart. Oh, is it really? Maybe just a little.
Mr. Wright, you need to think more carefully.
Oof, I guess there goes your chance to become an ace detective. Listen more carefully. Maybe the truth will be elegantly... Yeah, creepy, you sound like Detective at me. Don't say that. It wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. He entered there and he died at 1 AM. The 1-2? No, okay, it was not that one. Is it a card key that it was like at 1 AM? No, it's also not that. What could it be? What could it be? It didn't have any fingerprint. I'm an idiot. Of course, it didn't have any fingerprints on it. I should read the. I should read the descriptions every now and then again, because yeah, I'm not gonna remember everything every time, you know. Like fingerprint. Oh yeah, the guy didn't have any gloves on. I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence that you were looking for.
The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it?
Absolutely not. Hey, come on now. At least give us some thought as to what you say before you open your mouth. The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
Now I'm the one who's clueless.
This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullet had really pressed it himself, naturally he would have left his fingerprints behind. Oops. Run the light. Obviously wiped them off. Why would he? A guard would have come in at any moment. He touched that button. I know he did. The defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask the Mask. And Mask the Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he possibly have to wipe the bottom free of fingerprints?
Order.
It would seem we're at a stalemate. I've been forced to eat crow. I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is. I wonder what that even means.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? What's with that awkward silence all of a sudden?
It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks. They're onto you, Nig. Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts, okay? The real culprit killed Mr. Bullet at around 1 AM. Right. So we know. And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place. Right. I think we're all together now on this one. The killer clobbered Mr. Delight and then sounded the buzzer. Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed, security was supposed to respond.
Well, time's up, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you have to say.
Very well then. Oh, you've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
Let me do that. To call the security guard, yeah. Obviously. The killer knew that if they pressed that button, the guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted.
What? Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
Yes, though as it turned out, he never showed up. Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time. What a touching story. You're saying that the killer had a change of heart and called the guard in to turn himself in. Oh, no, you're misunderstanding. No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Ken Bolland, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron DeLine, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer. They should have at least done like how Detective Conan does it. Like a shadow of a like inconceivable person, right? Because that's the fun part, like who did it? Even though like in Detective Conan, you're never gonna find out. Like no, you're never gonna find out. Like, there's some where you maybe find out who did it. But, like, you're never gonna find out before Conan, like, starts talking.
Hypothetically, yes.
Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only left in this room would be the victim and Ron the Light. And if any security guard came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer. Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Ron the Light for the murder. I didn't expect that.
Order, order, order.
It would seem. How many copies does that make? I've been made to eat my own words once again. Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee.
Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait
a second. I'm the one and only Master Mask, so... Nick, do you mean the real killer is... We're going to drag that person in here right now. But, who is it? I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity. And they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard.
Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Ron the Light for the murder of Kane Bullard?
Detective, look at me. He's the only one who could have done it.
Ace Detective?
Look at me?
You mean Master Mask did it?
Your Honor, the person being tied to the cord next to us is not the Mask at all. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard.
What the order, Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime?
Well, they're not even close. Murder is the more serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment.
Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Look at Me confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Of course, famous detective Mask the Mask. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. And that was his true objective all along.
To be found guilty?
Master Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Master Mask was Look at Me's airtight, watertight and unassailable alibi.
A guilty verdict? As an alibi?
I would have loved to see like the way that the two courtrooms would intersect because of this. You know, it's almost time.
For what?
For Look at Me's verdict. It was pretty simple trial after all. If we are going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course, that's assuming you have proved that the detective was the one who committed the murder.
Oh. Look at Me's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Am I really sure about this? Well, yeah, they showed it to me in the shadows. Huh. I bet it's only as good as when your life's the ante. Or an ant.
Mr. Wright, I believe in you.
Mr. Delight.
So, please, I'm begging you.
Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Pheonix. What? What was that? Don't stray, Pheonix. For your client, take the path of trust. That voice sounds like... Mia! Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. So that is your answer, huh?
Well then, very well. I've decided as well. This court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Look at Me to the stand.
Yes, Your Honor. Is it gonna be like to be continued? October 14th, 11:58 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 5. Oh, that's the other. Oh, of course, you're this stupid guy. Well, Detective Atme. I have to say, Mr. Payne, you did splendid.
Oh, no, Sir Detective Atme. You were the one who...
That is enough. This court seems no reason to further prolong this trial. The trial finds the defendant look at me. Hold it! Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please! Wait. I've forgotten the voice I gave him. What was the voice I gave him? Oh no. Let me quickly go look at my recordings. Where's my AT0202? Right. Okay, that's that kind of voice. Okay. A true gentleman. Very well, Sir Lawyer. Welcome to my courtroom.
Oh, who's this Jose, eh?
My name is Pheonix Wright, attorney at law. And I wish to file an accusation against this man. Look at me.
Accusation? You accuse Master Mask?
That man is not Master Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer.
What?
He's like, I'm so close. To be continued. Ah, that was a good ending. Ah, that was so good. I'm liking this case. It's fun. I love the characters except for one. And I love the twist. I love the twist of like, hey, it's a robbery trial. And then all of a sudden it's like, it was a murder after all. That one was fun. But yeah, there you go. That's gonna be it then for today. It's a bit of a short one. Finally. Finally, one that is not 2 hours long. Oh, am I glad to see an episode that's not 2 hours long. But anyway, that's gonna be it then for today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Oof. And as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye. I need to go to bed.